sort of. I want to try and do space buns tomorrow, but I'm not going to push myself to bring some back because I do what's good for me, and nobody watching this channel is gonna like swoop down and pay my rent or do anything for me. So like I don't push myself to the bring them back. I do whatever feels good. So I'll see if I feel like doing space buns tomorrow. I'll do it. If I don't have time, I won't because it's all about what works for me. And I've made plenty of edited videos in the past, and my goal is to just, when I make an edited video, it's going to be my vision, my creativity. So I like the space bun idea. I just don't know if I'm going to have time for it because, it's whatever I have time for. So I have a little bit of a ranty rant today about like just being happy with yourself. Like, look, I love my hair. I know I have really beautiful hair. I can see somebody on YouTube and know that they have amazing hair too, and maybe they have 1 million subscribers. But I guess where I diverge from some people is some people think, I don't know, they might. Have you ever heard of a backhanded compliment? Like, I don't know, why do people follow channels? And this is where I keep the discussion real. Why are people following channels that make them feel like, oh, this person has all this and that's why their hair looks good? I don't agree with this person, okay? I wasn't gonna keep on, but I the first thing I didn't agree with was this person told me, oh, well, you can't have hair on the level of this lady because, she has all the time in the world to take care of her hair. Well, guess what? I don't sit around at night always watching Netflix. I can spend a few hours combing out my hair, and gentle combing and oiling for your hair is really all you need. You don't need some massive income. You can look rested and happy working, okay? People that tell you you can't, they just aren't very good at managing their time. And also, at some point, comments like that person saying so and so has money, they're rested, it kind of comes off as being sour grapes, like being like jealous of that person. So you claim that you like something about this person or they look good, but what are you doing in your own life to improve your life? Like, rather than be jealous of that person, like that's another thing okay, this is all interrelated. This is another reason I think socialism is so unhealthy, or the whole idea that, oh, the rich have more than us and we need to be like, everything needs to be equally distributed. It's a very negative kind of mindset that you don't focus on your own life and yourself. Okay, I want to tell you the way of the world. Do you think like civilizations but like countries like China equally distribute things? Because they don't. Like any society that claims that everything can be equally distributed and wealth will be equally shared is a fallacy. Because those societies want to get their government in power, and once they do, like in China and the former Soviet Union and other communist socialist regimes, there's always people at the top who benefit, or the upwardly mobile middle class. But honestly, if you look, and I know people want to argue in the comments, if you look at the majority of people in those countries, they don't have a better standard of living. Like people in China, look at how they are treated, how they have to do basically sweatshop labor so people in the West can buy things dirt cheap. I mean, it doesn't make society better. So a lot of people want to spend their time being angry about how things should be more fair. They want to go to people's YouTube videos who have money, and I don't claim to have a lot of money because I don't. But I don't spend my entire day like seeking out YouTube videos of people who have money and say, well, they look better because they have money and time. But you spend your time and money being jealous, and I feel like with this whole idea of socialism, equal distribution of wealth, just any kind of jealousy or not focusing on yourself, it's unhealthy, okay? Focus on your flipping self. Like, okay, there are rich people in the world, but this particular person wasn't even like, somebody kept saying they're loaded, they're rich. I don't know, they have a higher standard of living than some people, but they weren't like on the level of multimillionaires. They just happen to have a nice house. Stop being jealous of people who have nice things. Start working on yourself. And I know people are like, but it's hard, it's impossible. Well, you know what? If you want the things that they have, start working towards them, because there are still people that go from nothing to making like big businesses. Am I one of those people? I've never pretended to be one of those people. But in general, I try to be happy with my own life, and I like my hair. Like, this is related. I think my hair looks great, but this lady told me, well, your hair couldn't look as good as hers because you don't have free time. Okay, I disagree, because I see a lot of what people who do work do with their time. They watch Netflix, they hang out, they do silly things, like, or they do other things. Like, so you could watch a movie while you're gently combing your hair. And long hair really doesn't take that much time, and I'm tired of the fallacy. And some of it is genetics, but some of it's just like how you take care of your hair. It's nobody's fault if you want to like do heat styling and bleach your hair and do all of these things. I think working people can still have pretty hair, but also here's the second thing: you have to change your definition of why, like, what you think is beautiful hair. Like, on some of these channels, people are more into natural hair care. And some people don't like that look. Some people like the aesthetic of, like, I don't know, trendy styles. So you have to decide what your style is. Personally, I like braids. I'm happy with my hair. I love the texture of my hair. It's wavy. I don't need to look like another YouTuber. I can be happy for them, for their success. I can be happy that they have a nice house. I don't feel like it takes away from me because I want to focus on my own life. I feel like there's something really wrong. Like, well, there's always been, like, over the last 150 years, like, socialist communist movements, but I feel like these are predicated in a place of negativity. I know people don't see it that way, but a lot of socialism is predicated in a place of negativity. Somebody else has something that you don't have, and your life will be better once you have it. It's also predicated in a place of fallacy, because the people that are the head of these movements, they want you to become their serf so they can become the upwardly mobile middle class, and they're just playing you. Like, look, Joe Biden can say, like, people like him, like, I'm a person of the people, blah, 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 but he's still part of the inner circle. Like, you know, Kamala Harris can say, they have benefited from things that they say, well, people who, like, they have benefited from the same things that people like Donald Trump and Bill Clinton have benefited. They're part of the upwardly mobile social class, okay? So any politician that says, well, we care more about you than they do, it's not really true, because people that are in positions of power and leadership, at the end of the day, they can say that they care about equality and they care about this and that, but when it comes down to it, they're going to help people in their circle get ahead. They're not going to help everybody. And I just feel like it's just kind of a fallacy. That's why I'm not invested in the last election. Like, I didn't really care for Donald Trump or Bill Clinton. I mean, Donald Trump or Joe Biden. I'm just like, really? I kind of like the whole idea that we used to have healthier elections. Not that elections have ever been cleaner or saner, but it kind of is interconnected. Because now you have all these people, they feel that they see somebody on YouTube. This person has something that they don't have. So they're like, well, this person looks this way, or they look so good because they have free time. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody has a different hair type. We all can look beautiful in our own way. I don't feel like somebody having beautiful hair and a nice house takes away from me. It doesn't take away my ability to have beautiful hair too. Do I have a big house? No, I don't. Can I work to make more money? Sure, I can. You know, rather than maybe be jealous of people, why don't you get involved in real estate? Why don't you become part of that upwardly mobile middle class? Why don't you stop feeling jealous of people who have those things and start learning about what you can do to have the same things? Like, this is my thought, for people who feel like other people have more than them, or like their life would be better if they had those things. You're sitting on YouTube complaining about someone who has a YouTube channel, who works on their YouTube channel. And look, I know I could make more edited videos. I definitely could do that. But I just don't always do it. I'm gonna try and do space fun tomorrow. I just don't know if I'm gonna have time. See, I always go off what works for me. So, like, my main thing is I will do it if I have time. I'm all about like making life manageable for me. I don't like push myself to bring some back if I can't deliver something because I don't want to disappoint. I will see tomorrow. I might, but it's not like you're gonna swoop down here and pay my rent and stuff, You're not gonna clean my house. You're not gonna do my laundry. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just like, I keep it real here. That's why I do live streams, because I don't always have time to make an edited video. I keep it real here. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try. That's another thing too, like that's why people fall off their upload schedules, because they get so rigid with it and then they don't have time to like deliver, and then they start feeling anxious, and I'm like, well, it's good, it's a great idea to have an upload schedule, but yeah, I also work too, and I clean my house and I do all these other things, so I'll probably do the space buns in the morning. I just don't think. I wanted to have a nice announcement about it, but I haven't had time. So that's all. Like, if I don't have time, I don't push myself to the brink and back over it. And here's another thing, I don't get jealous of the people that have time to do those things. Like, okay. Oh, I didn't have time. It's all about the time, What I have time to do is what I do. I do what works for my schedule. Yeah, so that's why I do more live streams and edited videos, because lately I don't always have time to sit down and make an edited video. I want to do a nice post like announcing the space buns. I'm not going to have a set time when I start. That's the truth. Like, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to do it when time evolves and allows, because I do one set live stream per week with my friend Aya Catsby on that. Like, yeah, it's all like, you either get it or you don't get it. Like, so, yeah. I'm going to do everything to promote my schedule and to make it easy for me. That probably sounds like terse to some people. They're like, what? Like, what? Like, but at the end of the day, it's all interrelated, because I see people, they're complaining about people on YouTube having these things. So yeah, some people have more time than you. Some people have a nicer house than you. If you want those things, I don't know, start working in your own life on getting those things, in my opinion, rather than blaming somebody else or saying, oh, somebody has money, they can have like this beautiful house or beautiful hair. Like, okay, well, you know what debunks your argument is, oh, there's a lot of women in India that have really amazing, beautiful hair that are not rich. They just take good care of their hair. They comb it out and they oil it. They don't do all these things like, it's kind of changing though. Like, look, if you want to dye, bleach your hair, whatever, do that. Like, everybody has a different aesthetic. I personally don't like the short hair aesthetic. Like, I'm all about kind of standing up and out against it. Like, because there's enough of that. There's enough people in the world that promote the short hair aesthetic, that promote the trendy styles, and we need a space. Like, this is how I always felt all my life. We need a space where people can just be like, you know what? There are plenty of channels on YouTube that will tell you that short hair is so exciting, and and general commentary. There's enough of that. This is how I keep it real. When I was younger, I had long hair. I was happy with it. There were women, not men, who told me I should cut my hair, social pressure, and I did cave to that. So, like, the whole thing of my channel is just based on having a conversation with my younger self, or maybe women, or even men, who want to have long hair, who don't want to be part of the conventional hairstyles. Like, every time people told me my hair would look better or I'd feel happier if I did certain hairstyles, I was feeling not myself and not happy. And another thing too is those hairstyles don't promote hair health, and people always say, "Oh my gosh, my hair is like breaking off. It's not healthy." And then they start going towards wigs and hair extensions. Because look, yes, genetically everybody has a certain hair thickness. But if you oil your hair, if you wash it less, if you comb it gently, there's a lot of things you can do to promote the health of your hair. And I kind of talked about this actually in the comments of that one video was some people are like, well, genetically, some people just have really good hair. And not only does this person who has a full-time job just doing whatever they want, taking care of themselves, they have good genetics too. And I said, well, up to a point, because you can have genetics to grow really long hair, but a lot of it has to do with how you treat it. Because look, I have a sister who loves to dye her hair, and she always cuts her hair, and she like flat irons her hair constantly because she says her hair looks better when it's straight. So like for her, like that's what she's doing, but she always says my hair is dry and it breaks off. It's because she's doing things that damage her hair in that way. Like she wants to have that certain aesthetic and style. And look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. And it could be attractive to some people. I kind of am over like, I don't know, when I would see a man say, "Oh, you care because you do your hair in that kind of style." I feel like if somebody, a man or a woman, tells somebody they care because they are curling their hair and it's loose, that maybe they don't care about that person's hair health. That's just me. Look, you can do whatever you want with your hair. If you want to have short hair and you want to curl it and you want to style it, do it. But I've just decided at this point in my life, I'm all about promoting natural, healthy hair. I don't want to have short hair. I don't have an interest in short hair. And there's plenty of spaces in the world where people talk about having short hair. This channel's not one of them, you know? I'm over that. I never plan on having short hair again. I want to keep growing my hair long. Yeah, I do. I don't want to have long hair. I'm over the I'll try my best. So anyway, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Okay. Here's another thing. About the whole long hair versus short hair thing. There's a lot of people in this world that want to have certain standard hairstyles. It's very accepted, it's very mainstream. That's you see it every day. So I'm going to keep promoting doing your own kind of hairstyle. But I guess ultimately at the end of the day, the thing that makes me the happiest is stop focusing on what other people are doing around you, okay? And that's why not only like I think people should still vote, but this is why I would never follow socialism or any kind of religion or politics that says you need to be obsessed with what your neighbors are doing. And what about you start focusing on your own life and your own circle of friends and stop like being like, oh my God, somebody has this, I don't have that, my life is not as good as theirs. Why don't you start appreciating what you have? Like for me, I can just be happy for someone. Okay, they have a nice house. Great. Okay, they have more time to take care of their hair. Wonderful. But you in your own life might have time too. So I guess that's the last I'm going to say about that topic in general. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a post tomorrow about the space buns. I'm going to do it. I just don't always have time. And I guess I could just not tell you guys this. I could just be like, oh, and come on live and do it, you know? But people like the very curated society. Like being curated is so important to people. Like I guess like I do blog posts too. Like, but I don't always have time, and I'm not always gonna push myself. You know, if I run out of time. But I sound like a broken record. I sound like I'm complaining. I'm happy for people that can curate themselves or that manage to like do a lot of edited videos. I'm glad that they find the time to do that in their lives. I don't always have time to do it. I don't know, like I made a lot of edited videos too, and they tend, but you know what? I'm happy for the people that watch my videos. That's kind of how I feel at the end of the day. Like if somebody did like my video, I'm happy because I'm doing what I want over here. Like I've ceased to start doing doing things just because I know it might be trending. Like I had one viral video, and if my other videos don't strike a chord with people, that's okay. Like I appreciate the people who do watch my videos. So at the end of the day, like I work on gratitude for myself rather than focus on what other people have. I'm really happy for what I have and the things I can do in my own life. You know, I'm happy that I can continue to grow my hair long. I'm happy that, like, I don't know, that I finally came into myself and realized that long hair is so exciting and so amazing. I'm appreciative of people who do have long hair who encourage me to trim my hair less, because even though I might trim my hair again soon, I don't want to trim my hair all the time. And yes, a blunt end might look nice, but there's really nothing like wrong with seeing how long you can grow your hair. Like, so I used to like more blunt end, but if I want my hair to grow longer, I kind of like to see like what I can do, like how much longer I can let it grow rather than always trimming all the time. I'm glad I was encouraged to do that, like to see, you know, because you can only grow your hair long if you stop trimming off tons of inches off of it, you know? And yeah, I'm excited for people who love my super long hair journey because this is what my channel is about. I am growing my hair as long as possible. That is the whole point of this channel. Like, you know, at this point, like I think anybody who's been following me long enough knows, like it's about, I mean, I talk about other things too, but yes, ultimately, it's a daily, weekly, monthly goal to see how long I can grow my hair. It's like a challenge for myself, and it's really exciting. And I don't want it to be conventional. Like, I don't think I care, like, if other people don't want to grow their hair that long, because I get it. Like, a lot of people would never want hair as long as mine. But I find happiness, and I derive happiness from myself and from enjoying things about myself and from liking, you know, who I am and wanting to look how I want to look. I don't want to feel jealous or insecure, like, about what other people are doing with their lives. And I feel that's the lie of socialism or any doctrine really that makes you think like, oh, well, your neighbors have it better than you. You need to look at what they're doing and they need to do this and that because you would be better off if they shared more with you. But I don't agree with that, you know, and I think it's been the biggest fallacy of our age because those people really want to do that for you, okay? Like, no person that's telling you, oh, everybody should like equally share things. They're not doing it either. So don't fall for it. Don't feel jealous of like anybody who you think has more than you. If you want something like some sort of success like they have, work for it. Don't be like, oh my God, I need to have what they have. No, be happy within yourself and stop falling for the lie. It's a lie. Well, yeah, people used to wear their hair up. People still do. I personally, I mean, I could wear my hair up more, but why don't I? It's just I don't like the pressure. Like the space buns look really cute, but that's a little bit better. But like the whole like people wearing, so you can, and most people do actually still now. Like there's still a lot of people with long hair and they wear like a Nautilus bun. That's really popular. So like you can work. Okay, the whole idea like about this video is like I'm tired of seeing comments on YouTube where people blame somebody for not giving them the lifestyle that they want. Nobody's in charge of your life. You need to make your own life, okay? So I am gonna do the space buns tomorrow. I'm gonna try and announce the time and everything. And yeah, when I come home tonight, I know I was being kind of wishy-washy about it. But, you know, I'm grateful for the idea, so thank you. I want to try to be more grateful for things in my life, because that's one thing. I'm not wearing them right now. So I'm going to be try to be grateful for things in my life, and I think everybody should be grateful for things in their life. And I feel like it's all interconnected because I'm not gonna feel jealous of somebody having success on YouTube or in life or a nice house, and you shouldn't either. Like, okay, you see something that you like, be happy for them. But if it's somebody that's promoting natural hair care or natural self-care, you should encourage that and be happy that that person is putting that out there into YouTube. And this is why I think that. At the end of the day, another thing that I thought was kind of stupid about people hating on this person is, wait a minute, this is somebody that's not getting hair extensions, not doing fillers, and they are promoting like health and wellness. And maybe they have more time than you or more resources, but if you want those things, make it work for yourself. Stop being jealous of someone else. Be happy within yourself. And look, I love my own hair. I don't need my hair to look like another YouTuber's. I'm happy within me, and I love the beauty of my own hair because everybody else's hair can be unique. Try to be the best version of yourself. Stop trying to be somebody else. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, thanks for watching.